Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to see the last part of the Tetris game development using JavaScript. Please have a look on previous part of this series if you have not already seen for better continuity. You can watch step by step of this game development. Feel free to pause the video to relook on any lines of code. Hope you will enjoy to play the Tetris game developed by yourself. Before going to video, please subscribe and click like button if not already subscribed. When the Tetris blocks comes and fills a row, we must implement the logic to check if any of the row is completely filled. If the row is completely filled, we should remove that row and then proceed or move the rows above that to be brought down by one position down. For that, we have when we come to the cyclic function, this is updating the frame periodically, and also it fills the Tetris field with the corresponding color of the block. Here we check for a valid move, and if it is not a valid move, we position by calling the place Tetris function. So we will go to the place Tetris function and then check before placing the Tetris if any of the row is full. We will try to remove that row and push the rows above that by one position down. So in place Tetris, after placing the corresponding Tetris next block in the Tetris field array, and before calling the next Tetris sequence, we will do this condition check. For that, first we will start the outermost for loop as usual. This is for the row. Since we will start to check if any of the row is filled up from the bottommost positions. As the Tetris blocks comes from the top, we will check from the bottommost rows if any of the row is filled. So let row be initialized to the maximum Tetris field length minus of 1, and it shall proceed until row is greater than or equal to 0. As we know, if the row is less than 0, it is above out of the canvas. Then we will do a check in any of this row using the every method if all the cells are filled. So we are using an if statement, Tetris field of a row dot every cell is filled, and the corresponding else loop shall be in decrement the row, so that we will proceed to check the above rows as the present row is not completely filled. And coming back to the if loop, if any of the row is completely filled, the cells in the row is completely filled, we will start a for loop where R takes the current row value and it shall proceed until row is greater than or equal to 0, and we will open innermost for loop where and let C equal to 0 and C shall be less than or equal to the Tetris field corresponding rows length, and we will increment this one and start to push a row above this by one position down. For that, we will have to swap the value on the current row with the values of row minus 1. So Tetris field R of RC is equal to Tetris field of R minus 1 and C. So the row above the row which is filled completely will be replaced. Let me walk through the Tetris code completely. We have given the style for the body and the canvas with border of 1 pixel solid and white. We have created a canvas of 300 by 300 and ID as Tetris. First function is get Tetris next block, which gives the random sequence of Tetris block getting generated, and it returns the object consisting of name, matrix, column and row for the current Tetris block. The next function is valid move, which as the name indicates is used to check for every movement is it's valid, whether it is outside the last row or to the column on the left, right, or if any blocks is placed. The next function is place Tetris, which is actually used to position the Tetris if the movement further is not valid. The Tetris field is a two-dimensional array which is equivalent to the size of canvas, and it holds the current positions. After placing it, we are going to check if any of the row is completely filled. If it is filled, we will push the row from here to down, starting from the bottom. If not, the row will be incremented. The next sequence of Tetris will also be received. Display game over is a end screen which displays game over text at the center of the canvas. We have also declared constants like canvas, context grid and object of text block, where we have defined 7 elements. All are 3 by 3 except O, which is 2 by 2 matrix, and the corresponding color for the Tetris field is also defined. Tetris field is a two-dimensional array and we are initializing it to 0. Request Tetris update or let variables, which along with that game over, Tetris next block and count were also initialized. We have a cyclic function which is called periodically, and it updates the screen using request animation frame. And the Tetris next, if there is a valid Tetris next block, we will check for the valid move. If not, place the Tetris at the current location and then proceed with getting the next Tetris block from the top. We are filling with the right color for each of the grid in the Tetris. At last, we have an add event listener for the key down, for left to decrement the column, right to increment the column position, and down arrow to move faster down, and up arrow to rotate by 90 degree in clockwise directions. This is the complete walkthrough of our Tetris code. Hope you will enjoy in playing this, which is developed by yourself.